is Gino Rivera. The Frank Sinatra of the Spanish Mafia, the Puerto Rican Pitbull, the Latino Al Pacino. And at the West Coast Wrestling Company, I'm going to step into the ring with two men. One that I know very well, and the other, I don't really know. But it doesn't matter, because the outcome will still be the same. Gino Rivera walks away victorious. Gino Rivera is a winner. Gino Rivera is unstoppable. And Ruben, I know that you know me very well. But guess what? I've changed, and you know that. And you know I will do anything to walk away with a victory. And Uberstead, you don't know me at all. And that's great. But you do know that I am up here, and you, sir, are under my shoe. Exactly where I'm going to keep you. Exactly where you belong. Come this Saturday, both of you, all of you, will see that I, Gino Rivera, am like no other.
Saturday, May 8th, Hemet, California. It's the return of the West Coast Wrestling Company. But moreover, it's the return of Iglesias. And I find myself in a rather unique situation here. I'm in a triple threat match with two other opponents who are different than myself. This match means everything to me. I don't just want to win this match. I have to win this match. I have to continue climbing to the very top of this business to stake my claim as the best in the West Coast Wrestling Company. And there is nothing, nor anyone, that's going to stop me. Now let me address my opponents real quick. First, Gino Rivera. Gino, you and I have a long history together. And I'm looking forward to finally putting an end to you and that loud mouth of yours. Gustin, I don't know much about you, kid, but all I know is European fitness instructors don't win matches. What wins matches is the man right before you. You see, what Iglesias represents is a strong Hispanic heritage of pride. And my desire to be the best and to get on that level of greatness that I know where I belong. On May 8th, Gino, Gustin, you're stepping into the Iglesias show. And you guys are just obstacles in my way to the road of a championship.
Saturday, May 8th, your daddy's coming to West Coast Wrestling Company. And a lot of people saying, Gustin Uberstead never worked here before. Gustin Uberstead's got something to prove. Well, here's something to calm your little minds, that I am one magnificent morsel for you to munch on. One salty and savory snack for you to suckle. They're putting Gustin Uberstead in the ring with not just one, but two men. Two tasty treats by the names of Ruben Iglesias and Gino Rivera, a.k.a. Gino Told You So. Told me so? Gino, you didn't, because nobody tells Daddy nothing. Daddy tells you, and you're going to be calling me Daddy when I give you the Saturday night spanking of a lifetime. Bending you over my knee, you're going to be saying, no, Daddy, no more, no, Daddy, no, no, no. And Ruben, I'm going to butter you up, and I'm going to grill you on both sides. So I hope you both came hungry, because you're both going to get a taste of Gustin Uberstead's yummy, yummy, and you're going to eat it, and you're going to like it. See you Saturday, big boys.
My name is Gino Rivera. I'm a professional wrestler. I've been doing this for 12 years, and today we are at Ontario at the airport, and they lost my bag. But we found my bag right here. So to start my day, to basically give me a heart attack, some lady grabbed my bag right off of baggage claim. Her bag was taller and thicker than mine, and my bag is actually a lot smaller, and I almost had a heart attack. And good thing we had her name badge on the bag. We called, she didn't answer. We called, we texted, she didn't answer. She finally called back, and she came back with a much smaller bag that wasn't hers, which was mine, and we exchanged bags. But I was pissed. I was sending out social media, and people will text this number and call this and that, and she came back within about maybe 20-30 minutes, you know what I mean? But sure enough, gave me a heart attack. That's the way we start our day here. I'm Gino Rivera, professional wrestler. Tonight I'm wrestling at the West Coast Wrestling Company. I'm in a fatal 4-way against Uberstud, Ruben Iglesias, Jack Cartwheel, and myself. And I'm gonna be wrestling in Hemet, California. So I came all the way here from Brooklyn, caught a flight here, and I'm ready to tear the house down, as they say, you know what I mean? It's gonna be a real special time. Another quick little story, I haven't seen my sister in about 10 or 11 years, man, and we had a bad falling out, and she's actually gonna be sitting in the crowd, and I'm not gonna meet her until after the match. So I could meet her now, but I don't want to. I want it to be real, like, she sees me in the ring and then gets to meet me after the show, so, I got a lot of pressure on me tonight, not only to win a match, but to impress my sister and make her happy. You know what I mean? This match is like probably one of the biggest matches of my career right now because of that situation. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to perform. I'm gonna give it my all, and you guys are gonna see something special tonight. I promise. It's supposed to be a 3-way, but it's going to be a fatal 4-way. At least that's what I'm told, against Ruben Iglesias, Uberstud, Jack Cartwheel, and myself. So we'll see what happens today. We'll see what's going on. Part of being in wrestling is before we get into the locker room, we shake hands, say hello. It's a big deal, you know what I mean? In wrestling, like, if you don't go into a locker room and you don't show some type of respect, it's kind of a form of disrespect. And how we show respect is basically shaking each other's hands with everybody. Even if you don't know the person, or if you do, or if you've heard of the person, or you've never heard of the person, you'll see it here. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about by we shake each other's hands and stuff like that. So. Right? I'm not really nervous. I'm never nervous. They always say, like, in the beginning of your match, a lot of guys are super nervous, and there's the pacers, and then the guys that are in their head about everything, and the guys that are peeking out the window to see, is my mom here? Is my family here? Those, not me. For me, I'm totally laid back and chill. I'm just, putting on my gear, and you'll see, I'm not really worried about anything. I'm always comfortable. My mind's clear. You know what I mean? I'm confident in my abilities, my skills, my in-ring performance. I'm one of the best out on the scene, and pretty much prove it every time I get in that ring. Wrestling is a powerful word to me. Wrestling has saved my life. It saved me from gang wars and joining gangs and drugs and drinking and death. Wrestling has always been there. I could have been out there in the streets with my friends, shooting guns, murdering people, killing people, whatever it is, and doing drugs and stealing people's goods. And instead, I was inside watching wrestling. Wrestling saved my life, saved me from the streets. So I owe everything to it. You know what I mean? Man, this is extremely important. Not only do I want to become a victor in this match, I need to win this match. It's not for a championship, it's not for a tournament, it's not for an advance in another round. This is for clearly for one of my family members to see what I've been doing my whole life, you know what I mean, which is loving this sport, loving this industry. And we had a really bad upbringing, bad falling out, stopped talking for years, where not one text was shown, and she's gone through her hardships and I've gone through mine, death, trials and tribulations, and somehow this is gonna bring us together. You know, like wrestling is bringing an issue face to face and killing it. This is what I love, and she knows this is what I love. She's gonna be here to support me and wants to mend fences, and wrestling has brought that to my front door. So this match is extremely important for me to win because, you know, I want to dedicate this match to her, you know. I could say that my childhood was really dark, really bad, but here's the twist. I had the greatest childhood ever. To some people, my childhood would be horrible, but to me, I can't complain, you know what I mean? My mom was a prostitute who had me at 17 and decided to give me up at 3 months. I was adopted. My name was changed. I was adopted into a family that a lady already had 5 kids, 5 boys, and she took me in too. And she gave me the greatest childhood you could imagine. Not for 1 second will I ever say that that lady didn't give me anything, you know what I mean? I grew up around drugs and alcohol and death and gangs and all that, and it never affected me, you know what I mean? I always did what I had to do. Wasn't the greatest at school, you know what I mean? I did my share of bad stuff, and I fixed it. I'm the man I am today because of all those traumatic experiences and stuff. And like I said, to some people my life would be dark. To others, I had the greatest childhood, and I feel like I could say the same thing. The Undertaker was my ultimate and most favorite wrestler in the world. Still to this day, there is nobody above The Undertaker. Although I don't wrestle like him, although I don't have his size, although I've only met him one time, The Undertaker is still like a god in my world of wrestling. He means everything to me. And I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the 80s, so at the time, wrestling was everything. It was this giant boom of wrestling, and I got to witness all of that. And I followed Undertaker from the very first time he was in the WWF all the way up till the time he retired, and I've devoted and dedicated that time to being his biggest wrestling fan. Besides that, I grew up on cruiserweights with Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Psychosis, Rey Mysterio, Juventud Guerrera, Silver King, Super Kalo, Halloween, Damien, you name it. I grew up on all those cruiserweights, which is who I actually model myself after, and I wrestle like them. I'm their size, and I thought I could do that. I could be that guy, and I am that guy today. And one day, in the very near future, me and Psychosis will be standing in the very same ring together. And I'm gonna let him know that. I'm gonna let him know how much he means to me and what picking up a victory against him would mean to me, because he was another idol of mine. Undertaker and Psychosis, my 2 favorite wrestlers of all time.
Hi, my name is Ruben. I go by Iglesias, like the singer. So I've known Gino a really long time. Funny fact about Gino is I'm actually his only friend. He's not well liked out here, anywhere really. Especially out here in California. You know, he started his career out here same time I did. And, you know, the guy just runs his mouth a lot. You know, he thinks way too highly of himself. He just rubs people the wrong way. But, you know, I've seen a different side of Gino. Me and him, you know, we've hung out, you know, at shows, you know, on the weekends. And we're always just, he's a cool guy to me. That was until recently when he started running his mouth against me. That's where he made a mistake. So tonight, I'm in a 4-way match. There's 4 of us in the match. But Gino's in there. And even though I'm going to have 2 other guys in the match with me, I'm going to make sure I get my hands around Gino's neck. I'm going to strangle him. So make sure you film that later. That's going to be good.
Gino Rivera. He could be a goddamn prick, to be honest with you. But I've known him since I was 16 years old. I have no problem with him. I got no problem at all with him. But tonight, he's got a match and I got a match separate. And I want him to get out there, beat those guys' asses, and get that 3 count. And with me, SoCal Crazy, I'm gonna beat your ass, boy. Yeah.
Mi gente, let me introduce myself. My name is SoCal Crazy. Aquí su servidor. luchador residente de California. Aquí quiero tomar este momento para decirles, I want to take this moment to let you guys know that each wrestler, no matter if we go up or down, against each other, tag with each other, we're familia. And Gino Rivera, you're always going to be my familia. Yeah, me and you, we've had ups and downs. Yeah, me and you, we've battled. Me and you, we've traded titles. But one thing that I'm always going to take is your talent and your ability and your smartness to figure yourself out in the ring.
Why are you guys here harassing my client, putting a camera in his face? You know, all I gotta say about Gino is Gino may be the biggest asshole in the room everywhere else that he goes, but here, he's only second place. Here, he is a loser. He comes to this town, he jumps out of his airplane, he comes here with his $1 million suits, but he still can't hold a candle to me. And today, I looked in the Hemet Times, I looked through the paper, and I said, today, they're going to post an article about the top heel in the West Coast Wrestling Company. They're going to post an article about me. And I look in it, and the person that I see is not me, but no, it is Gino. Gino, and the only reason that he is the best speaker in the room is because he runs unopposed. But today, on this show at the West Coast Wrestling Company, Gino, you will always be number 2. Come on, House, let's get out of here.
Gino, bro, like I see what he's doing, you know. I see people hating on him. You know, that's just kind of what this business is, dude. The people hate on you for doing crazy stuff. You know, he's original. He knows what he's talking about. Hey, man, he's a good kid in my book, you know. I got no beef with him.
Not everybody's going to go there, as you know. Not everybody's going to the top. It's only a select few. So you really have to stand out. You've got to do something different. And, you know, I firmly believe, you know, Gino's one of those guys that, you know, is that example. He goes the extra mile. And any wrestling fan wants to see somebody in a fight. They want to see a larger than life person, not just physically, but somebody that projects like Gino. Gino's 7 foot tall with the way he, you know, portrays himself, with the way his presence is. The monster. You know, when you see him, he's this little guy who just runs his mouth, right? He has a presence.
My goal in wrestling is to work for the WWE. That is the ultimate goal. That is where I want to be. That is where I want to go. And although I have been working for the World Wrestling Entertainment since 2014 was my first time there, being extra, you know, as an extra, you know, worker. You know, I've worked there every year up until the pandemic of 2020, which of course you can't really do nothing. No, actually, I'm sorry, I take that back. I was a security guard for Goldberg in 2020. 2021, I haven't done anything, but I reached the pinnacle of my dream where I wanted to wrestle for the WWE, and I did. I was on episode 65 of 205 Live, and I accomplished my dream. I got a taste of it. Now, I need a contract, you know what I mean? And I won't stop till I get there.
Those ropes.
When I stepped into the WWE ring for the first time, I wanted to just melt. I wanted to like evaporate into the air, you know what I mean? Because it was unreal, man. A kid like me never thought that would ever happen, and what do you know? I'm standing in a ring. I remember holding onto the turnbuckle, and the ropes were pretty high, and I'm a little guy, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, wow, I am here. I made it. I did it. And everyone told me I wouldn't be able to, but here I am in a WWE ring. I made it. I did it. That's all I could think about, you know what I mean? I love this question because I get asked this question all the time, is what advice would I give to other people? And the same thing I give to my students. I say, never quit. Because the day that you quit, the day that you leave, the day that you just want to give up on your dream is the one day that someone, WWE, New Japan, Impact, CMLL, you know, AAA, the one time that you leave is the day that one of those companies were looking for you. They were looking for you and you just quit. Could have been today, I quit. Walk out the door, next minute, hey, where's that Gino kid? Oh, he quit. All right, well, I need him. That's how things could change in wrestling. So what's motivated me, you know, through all my hardships is I still believe in that. I still believe I have time. I still believe like I have a chance. I'm scared to quit. I'm scared to leave, and I wanted to quit a bunch of times. I was supposed to retire in 2017, and then again in 2019. I wanted to retire. I was gonna call it quits. You know what I mean? But I'm still here because I got hope. I got faith. And a lot of people are telling me the same thing. Don't quit, just keep going. So that's my advice. Little documentary that they're doing for me. So this is Bob.
No, Bill.
Bill, sorry. Bill, he's been knowing me for a long time. So since I was a kid. Right?
Yep.
Say something to the camera.
Known him since Santino's. When he trained at Santino's. I was a fan there. I was also a ref, but I'm not ref anymore. Anyways, I miss this guy a lot.
Bill Chu, find him on Facebook.
Yeah, he's too far away. I can't go to New Mexico.
Yeah. All right, Bill. Call him Old Man Bill.
Yeah, Old Man Bill, yeah.
One of the great refs.
Oh, no.
It's good to see you, Bill. Chucky made these in Arizona. He's a guy very deep in Mexico, and he pretty much supplies me of all my newest gear. I used to go to a guy named Will Quiros who did all my gear as I started when I was a kid. And then I'm 33 now, so, you know, as you go along, you meet different gear makers, different gear guys. And, you know, this is it. Right? Nice shorts. I took this idea from a wrestler named Disco Machine and Samoa Joe. I liked Samoa Joe's shorts. And initially, I liked how the rip was there so he could breathe. I used to wrestle in pants, and it just never worked for me. I was dying. I was gassed up, so this is pretty much, I like the shorts. I can breathe now. Flag, this represents my family. Not so much the state, you know what I mean? And Puerto Rico is now a part of the United States for people that don't know, and people that keep telling me to go back to my country. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States now, just letting you guys know. But this represents my family. My grandpa especially, he passed away a long time ago, but I just like to make sure people never forget that, you know what I mean, there is someone representing, you know, a certain origin of Hispanic, you know what I mean. There's Cubans, there's Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Colombians. Well, I'm Puerto Rican, and our bloodline is tight and strong, and my family's strong, and I'm the only one pretty much doing something with the life of my family. Everybody else is either dead, in jail, or on drugs, or just not doing good at all. So this represents, you know, basically the strength of my family. Every time I go out there, I have this with me. So what I'm doing is I'm putting on my boots right now, and as you guys can see, the inside is what color is this? It's purple, right? Do you know who else wears purple and black? The Undertaker. So every time I get into the ring, this is to remind me of my favorite wrestler, and it's a tribute to him, you know. And I got these boots specially made because of The Undertaker. I have other boots, white, I have shoes, I have all that stuff, but this is very near and special to me. Near and dear is what they say. So this was made by Chucky in Arizona, and I think somebody else in Mexico worked on it and passed it along to me. So there you go. This is the story of my boots, The Undertaker. So a lot of guys, they don't wear boots. They don't know how to wear them. They don't know how to walk in them. That's fine, you know, but it took me a while to get used to wearing boots. I used to wear shoes. I used to wear like boxing, you know, shoes and boots and stuff like that, and that's not real boots. You guys got to get boots. You're a wrestler, wear boots, you know what I mean? So the crowd, like, the biggest thing going through my head is like the crowd. Like, is it gonna be a big crowd? Is it gonna be a little crowd? Are people gonna be excited to see me? Am I gonna perform well today? You know what I mean? You're only as good as your last performance, and sometimes they're duds, sometimes they're great, but that's all I really think about. I don't really stress about anything of who I'm wrestling. You know, the goal is to entertain people, and that's what I do, you know. I think I'm one of the best entertainers out there, and that's all I'm thinking about is like, okay, we're gonna get a big crowd, and we're gonna get a little crowd today. Either way, they're all getting a show. They're all getting a good show. There's a lot of weird rituals, which you guys are gonna see. I put this little bottle full of water. I set up my merch gear. I got my tape. Pretty much, I can't really find it in here. Oh yeah. So my baby oil, my water, my tape, and my baby oil. That's after the whole, you know, basically putting on the gear and going over my match and stuff like that. I have to be wet, I have to be shiny, looking good for the lights, looking good for the pictures. We got the newspapers out here tonight, so I want to look great. And how I do that is with these three. So I am one of the most hated wrestlers, I'd say, in the country. I built that up with my attitude, my wrestling, my promo skills. I've burned a lot of bridges when I was younger. I did a lot of bad things to good people and said a lot of bad stuff and kind of, you know, came in cocky in this game when I shouldn't have, and it cost me a lot. But to the guys that don't like me, good, because I'm going to give you another fucking reason to hate me. That's just what I do, you know. And to the guys that love me, well, I'm going to give you a reason to hate me, because I don't really feel like I need anybody's approval. I don't need anybody's love. I've gotten this far without anybody. I'm a lone wolf, and that's just how it comes off. And a lot of people are just gonna say bad and good stuff about me, and that's all welcome. I don't mind. I love hearing it. Jesse, how are you?
I'm doing good.
You guys are filming. I just wanted to say hello. Nice to see you. You doing okay? This is Jesse Hernandez. He's a legend here, man.
Good guy right here, man.
Very happy to see him here. He's done a lot for a lot of guys, a lot of careers, and he still does it today. Didn't have to be out here, but he's here. He's backstage. One of my mentors, one of my guys, man. Jesse Hernandez, much love. So this is merchandise. This is how a lot of us make our money, because we don't make a lot of money on the wrestling scene. There's not a lot of money here, so we gotta invest in ourselves, you know, and make our own merchandise, you know. It's my face on it with my action figure. This is pretty much 90% of our pay. If you guys don't buy our merch, we don't make a lot of money. Nobody's paying a lot in wrestling. To me, it's pretty surreal, because, you know, I always don't understand why people like me. I'm not a likable person. So when I see a guy, a girl, a kid, a child, anybody in my merchandise or wanting to buy my stuff, it's just a trip, because to me, I'm nobody special, but to somebody who looks at me and sees what I do in that ring over there, I'm everything to them. And it's the same way I look at Undertaker, the same way I look at Psychosis. To them, they're heroes, and they probably don't understand their worth. But I'm still trying to process why somebody would like me or want any of my stuff, you know? What it looks like. So, every single show, before I do anything, I set up my merchandise. Because again, this is how I make my money, this is how I feed my family, this is how I feed myself. This is extremely important. All of my merchandise right here, I make these. No one else makes these but me. My hands are invested in these, so, you know, I care. I care about my merch.
It's been over a year, but we are here tonight in Hemet, California. Hemet, California, how are you doing tonight? Come on, I need more than that. Hemet, California, how the hell are you tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, I am Adam Ginsberg. This is the West Coast Wrestling Company, and this event is entitled Like None Other, for a reason that you're going to see when everybody steps through that curtain. They are unlike any other individual on the face of this earth. So I need you guys to keep in mind, for this event to be successful, and I'm blowing up, so let me get my breath. Okay, hold on. Let me hold this show up. Anybody have oxygen? You got this. Yeah, thanks. Don't start jamming one for a match. It ain't gonna distancing, be respectful, mask when you're not eating. You know, I don't like these things as much as the next person. But in order for this event to happen, this has got to be safe. And hopefully everybody feels safe. Hopefully everybody's here to have a great time and experience the West Coast Wrestling Company. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going backstage to produce the show. I'm going to hand it back over to my man and let's get this thing rocking.
Tonight I see myself winning, of course, because I'm cocky, I'm confident, I know what I can do in that ring. And those other fools, those other guys that are going to be in the ring with me, they don't stand a chance. They don't know what they're getting themselves into. I'm going to hurt somebody tonight. I'm going to destroy somebody. I'm going to end a career possibly if they make me a little more mad, you know what I mean? I'm already upset, it's hot, you know what I mean? I'm in a bad mood already, but it doesn't matter who they put in front of me. Each and every one of them will fall to the hands of Gino Rivera because I'm one of the best out. I'm the best ever, put it that way.
Post something about like your sister was gonna come fucking watch. So like yeah, fucking like I seen you like want to do this, like, I got you, bro. That's why I'm glad you got to see your sister and everything, man. No problem, man. You fucking killed it out there, dog. Your shit was fucking dope. I love it, dude. I love it. You fucking continue doing you, bro. Like fucking. If you change, I'm gonna beat your ass, bro.
All right. Terex, one of the OGs around here. Beat me up a few times in the ring, but we good, man.
This guy is the fucking best in the biz. Like, there's no better heel in the biz. He's better of a heel than I can ever be. Man, you can get anybody to hate you. You can get a 4-year-old to hate you, and 4-year-old shouldn't hate anybody. Like, you can get anybody to hate you, and it's a patty. It's really you're awesome, bro. Like, I can't say it enough, bro. I love you, man. Good to see you again, dude. Keep killing it, dog.
That's Derek. My sister Amber.
Hey everybody.
So you know what I mean. This is her first time seeing me.
I'm so proud of him.
How many years?
It's 10 years. It's been 10 years. He hasn't seen me since I was a little girl. I'm 29 now.
Yeah. I'm 33. We weren't born in the same place. I was with my foster mother. She was with my real mom. You know, we got separated at birth. We met each other in what, 99 or 2000?
Yeah, 2000.
She came to visit me. We got separated again. 2009 or 2010, she left. she went and did her own thing, and I moved, and then this is our first time basically like even seeing, talking. I didn't come out before the show, nothing. I just wanted her to see what she sees there, and then basically see me here. So this is our first time just, getting back on the right foot, after a lot of separation and stuff.
What was it like for you to see him come out of the crew?
You know what? This has been his dream. I remember when we were kids, he had posters on his ceiling. I mean, there was no white in the walls. This is his dream, and it's amazing to see him doing something that he loves and has always been passionate about. He has every action figure, every ring, gold-plated wrestling set, all the sets, everything. He used to put them up as though they were in action all the time in his closet and switch them up, and he used to practice on me, actually.
Actually, I left a bump on her head one time.
He did. Yes,
but yeah, guys, man.
Great.
Thank you guys for doing this. My sister Amber.
I love
Thank you guys. I didn't win, but I definitely put on the performance of my life. I whipped somebody's ass. I whipped 3 guys' ass, and they killed me. I don't know if my chest is red. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it was definitely fun, brutal. I can't thank the fans of Hemet, enough. It was so much fun, man. This is what it's all about. This is wrestling. It's storytelling, a little bit of drama, a little bit of gymnastics, and a little bit of brutality. And I think I displayed all of that. So I didn't come out victorious like I thought I would, but there's always a next time. And I'm just happy that my little sister was here, and I'm happy the fans had fun, and everybody else enjoyed our match. I think definitely the match of the night tonight.
And what was it like for you to see your sister after the match?
Man, bro, I cried. I didn't boo-hoo, but I cried, man. I had tears of joy because, man, I still love my sister, and I didn't really know how I felt until I seen her, and then when I seen her, it was just a ball of emotion. I'm still happy about it. So it really means a lot to me. I just hope our relationship is a lot more closer after this. You know what I mean? It's just something. Who cares about the match right now? I'm just so happy I got to see my sister, and she got to see what I do best, and that's wrestle.
Out of all the matches you had in your career, what does this rank?
Oh man, probably in one of my top five. With WWE being the first, and me winning my first championship second, and me wrestling, Darren Young, and being in a ring with Mick Foley, and then this one goes right under that with, just performing in front of my family, my sister for the first time. So it just gives me chills. I'm so happy. I think I'm a little banged up on my elbow right now, but I don't even care right now. I'm a ball of emotion. I'm so happy, So a message to the fans, a message to an aspiring wrestler, anybody wanting to join this business, or I don't know, just love this business as much as I do. Try it out, give it your all, and never quit. This has been my dream for 30-something years, and my living dream for 12 years, and I'm still here, I'm still going, I still have hope. I love everything I do in that ring. I love the people I work with, the fans, the experiences, the life lessons it's taught me. I've been up and down this road of wrestling, and man, I've had heat, I've had good times, great times, fun times, bad times, dark times, but I'm still here. And if you guys ever want to do this, man, I definitely highly suggest you guys do this. This has been the best ride of my life. I honestly don't know what I'd be doing without it. I don't want to be a fireman. I don't want to be a police officer. I don't want to be a soccer coach. I'm doing what I love. I'm doing what God's told me to do, and I'm just so happy to be able to be living out my dreams to the fullest extent, traveling the world, meeting great people, tons of fun wrestlers, and great fans. This is Gino Rivera, the Puerto Rican Pitbull, the Frank Sinatra of the Spanish Mafia, the Latino Al Pacino, Gino Rivera. Why? 'Cause I told you so. My name is Gino Rivera, and you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Doesn't matter. Look me up on YouTube. My matches, interviews, post-interviews, my modeling, everything, my music, whatever you want. It's all there under Gino Told You So at all of my social medias. This is the Frank Sinatra of the Spanish Mafia, the Puerto Rican Pitbull, the Brooklyn Bad Boy, Gino Rivera. Thanks for watching Championship on the Line podcast. Why? Because I told you so.